So, Elaine Cho, did I read it correctly? Not only China and Taiwan, just like my Aunt Sherry. Shall I pull out my Asian childhood boudoir wear that the men enjoyed me wearing? I have to get into the Mason County house to get it, don't I? Oh yeah, I'm gonna push every goddamn button until I get an answer for this rapey fucking homophobia and human trafficking. Asian boudoir wear straight from Taiwan. I might have known it would be red to play right into the biblical bullshit. Sodomy, legalized in Kentucky in 1993, the same year the federal government decriminalized suicide. Also the same year, Mitch McConnell and Elaine Cho got married. The same years, John Estell and Stocky Wood came into play. Now, all the misconduct and child porn and everything, and Stockton Wood will try to claim he doesn't know me. That's hilarious. Well, obviously, he wasn't a very good goddamn prosecuting attorney, was he? Especially coming on kids' faces. Especially with Stockton Wood ejaculating on kids' faces. So you all go right ahead and try to suicide me with your pharmaceutical poisoning, claiming that excited delirium is mental health. Federal civil rights violations and a hate crime by a bunch of fucking rapey pervert straight men. When I was under 12, each of those counts are felonies. Rape, sodomy, assault. Not to mention the other shit. Poisoning. Now do you understand why they tried to shut my ass up? So let Kim Razor have fun explaining her actions. So did I understand it correctly that she's district court and he's circuit, or is it vice versa? What is it? District's lower and circuit's higher? You would think that the DARE program would teach children how the political system works instead of sex sells and these are the drugs you will be purchasing, or else. Well, anyway, both of them. Stocky and Kimmy have been bad spoiled children. And I make it funny to survive, not because it's a lie, idiots. No offense. Well, I could call Eric and Michelle Crawford a hell of a lot worse, couldn't I? Their house smells like a dispensary, and they're allowed to possess firearms all the while Kim Razor and them kissing each other's asses. All the while them spreading fraudulent misinformation. CBD oil is not totally legal, you fucking idiot. Just like there are laced cannabis products in this area, and you're accepting funding from part of the fucking problem. And I'm gonna let the whole goddamn world know about your tax-exempt bullshit. I knew there was something about Michelle Crawford that I just did not like. That kind of fucking lying, treachery is unacceptable. CBD oil is not perfectly, totally legal. It's federally illegal. The DEA fixed it the next fall, remember? You're welcome. Just like with cannabis seeds. I really did have to witness a cop take a few seeds that I had, special seeds, put them into, the Hillshire Farms lunch meat containers, pre-packaged. I saved them. It's not a hoarding thing. They come in handy. I had to witness a law, and I'm not going to name the names until a few things have been decided. I had to witness a cop pour what was left of my seeds into one of those little reusable plastic containers, whip his dick out, and piss in it on them. I told you those goddamn seeds were legal, asshole. So not only did they destroy property, totally legal property, they sexually assaulted me and harassed me by whipping their dick out right in front of me to piss on marijuana seeds. Oh well, right? You all want to know about the Facebook stories? Let's talk about a gun in the side and coercion because I was running my mouth about the drug sales out of their goddamn fucking brass ring rapey fucking departments. That story about Tina, posted on social media about Percocet, a gun in my side. You will talk about the people who can corroborate your story. Will I? Will I really? That's called entrapment. I'll go right ahead and do it while recording you and you not even knowing it, you sick piece of shit. You don't see the webcam in the goddamn monitor, do you? Asshole. Justin, how in the hell could you spend $500 for a computer monitor? Shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up. And look what brand it is. It's perfect. Sam Bavard sung. Like the bitch he is with his own goddamn pothead kids. Oh well. Step into my office. Go right ahead. Yep, I think they've been shredded. It's not a, I'm guilty, I'm afraid of punishment. It's a, fuck every one of you sick pieces of shit. Allowing kids to get raped by judicial officers who were drugging them, if not worse. Oh well. Babies can cry themselves to death. Oh, is that why my tonsils exploded? I can remember being raped when that happened, Mrs. Wood. And I'm talking to Karen just as much as Debbie. file AOC form whatever to overturn the firearms prohibition. It shouldn't be a problem with your story. No, I don't think I'll be filing any goddamn legal paperwork with a lawyer or not with a lawyer. Oh no. I'm going public with my goddamn story. I don't give a goddamn about the guns. Why in the hell would I file some piece of paper, spend money to file some piece of paper when I couldn't care less about firearms? That's beside the point. Let the bitch make up a big bunch of shit along with Patrick's goddamn department. Don't let her forget that Bob Tribby was jailer during the time that Beth Burden had already graduated and was still in Maysville. How many days was Beth Burden alive after Kim Razor's goddamn court? There's my goddamn proof. I called them with a friend. Here is my goddamn open records request, and you will answer the goddamn question. Beth Burden just had court recently. Kim Razor, yes or no? Yes, Mr. Horde. That's what I fucking thought. Thank you. Click. Oh well. So Kim and Michael Razor and sex? Oh well. Blood dripping out of my ear? Oh well. So as I said, Chelsea Rideout and Aaron Flack playing their goddamn let me guess, Russell was the driver, your whatever dumbass game. Let me tell you about the Rideouts, the Beelans, the Capronis, and the Flacks, and the Spences, and all their goddamn drugs. No, I don't want an egg. So, Colin and Amber being so fucking high in Brown County that night, they had to lock themselves in the bathroom because the walls were melting. I used to have to put up with that shit from my sister and her goddamn junkie friends. You know, the same bitch who filled out the form Cameron Blau signed? So, Campbell County sending their dummies down to fill in for the Mason County judges. Some of the Mason County kids having to put up with Tim Nolan and his friends in Campbell County. Have fun explaining it. They didn't like my mouth, so they'd pepper spray me. Oh well. Now, shall I talk about New Hope Community Services threatening to hold me in, what was it, non-compliance? Well, Stacy Gray, your STNA, I'm assuming the one who collects the piss, her family used to steal Gene Calvert's Loratabs. So you go right ahead and threaten me all you want to. Back when Gene Calvert was still alive, living next door to Kirk Toll. So you all go right ahead and threaten me. Stacy Gray's no longer with New Hope, is she? Oh well. So, Deputy Fred Lang, Hamilton County Sheriff's Department, yes or no? I'm not going to put up with the same goddamn rapey shit here that they were doing in Mason County and helping funnel kids here. Oh, the new sheriff, Charmaine McGuffey. Ties to Bethel, Ohio, yes or no? Oh well. Sheriff Charmaine McGuffey, Hamilton County. Ties to Bethel, Ohio and their city council, yes or no? It is a simple question. I asked it as calmly as I could. Sheriff Charmaine McGuffey, Hamilton County, Ohio. Ties to Bethel, Ohio and their council, yes or no? So now shall I talk about the uncut law enforcement in the Bethel, Ohio area, circle jerking with children? Nanette's lived here for a long, long fucking time. I deserve a goddamn answer other than their rapey fucking homophobia that they forced me into treatment for. Yeah, me calling out the sheriff of big old Hamilton County, and I sure as hell will. I think I need to medicate now. Man, I can smell the coagulated blood in my head. It's an odd odor. Oh well. That's how bad my asthma is and why I should only focus on edibles. Only for people like Matt Lewis and those sick pieces of shit in the Mason and Lewis County areas to come in with a fucking pocket knife and slice into my dick. Oh well. Also ties to the Crawfords. So forgive me if I have a huge problem with Kim Razor accepting resources from people like that during her campaign. So not only are the Crawfords pardoned for cannabis, apparently, they possess firearms, Kentuckians for Medicinal Marijuana accepted resources from child porn-producing, human trafficking, abusive pieces of shit, and then donated said resources to Kim Razor's campaign. Time is a resource. Call me a liar on that one. The 72-hour psych-hold paperwork would prove otherwise, wouldn't it? As I said, I'm pretty sure I'm ready for the nebulizer strength stuff, but what in the fuck would I know? Oh well. So, the Catholics trying to give me yet another goddamn crash course in their fucking bullshit. Take it and shove it up your fucking ass. They're called complex tics. They're annoying to no one more than me. Especially from the piece of shit family human trafficking me. Bludgeoning me because I wouldn't mind them only to keep mashing this side. So let me tell you why I killed myself. And thank you. How goddamn fucking difficult is it to take an accurate fucking statement without pushing a mentally disabled person to a breaking point? Honestly, how goddamn difficult can it be? I was raped. Alfred Sims and Patrick Boggs were having their stupid fucking dick measuring contest, and Tina Jones Wallace decided to take Mr. Hull's and my mother's side of the goddamn story over mine. The way you're behaving is psychotic, delusional, hallucinatory. It's called a panic attack, you fucking idiot. As a mental health professional, surely to God you can recognize them. But no. Anything to help cover those sick pieces of rapist fucking shit in the brass ring, as Debbie Booher called it. So, shall I talk more about Elizabeth Butler's bombshell pussy whore messages via Gary Booher's drug peddling IT system and Lisa Williams, whatever the flight attendant's last name is this time, teaching us that symptoms of a traumatic brain injury were due to drugs, sex sells, and that we would be purchasing their drugs or else. It's a nice day. I think I'll go walking. All this because of doctors failing to report rape and human trafficking by law enforcement officials. Medical fraud. Just like with Feinberg and Associates and Mary McBrayer, brought in special just for me, only to fall asleep or pretend to do so she didn't have to notate the crimes that were occurring. So I'm pretty sure that makes them hugely liable. But thanks to Kentucky, with their stupid-ass legislature of 1 year for medical malpractice, that's something else that needs to be changed immediately, Mr. Bashir. Considering it took me at least 5 months to get into a dumbass like Carrie Twyman, only for them to tell me that there was nothing wrong with me. In the Pumpelly's pervert version of network of Anthem, Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Damn it. That's not criminal intention behavior. It's me not focusing on my body and the loss of muscular control. But thank you for assuming, making an ass out of you and me. But guess what? I don't care. No one's in the room. I don't see an imaginary person. This is my form of therapy. Do you think if Charmaine McGuffey were standing in my living room right now, I would be speaking to her in person that way? Absolutely not. But I do enjoy raising my voice. It helps. It was part of the therapy they implemented for me. Because guess what? I didn't want to be on their fucking poison and drugs. Only for cops to run in with their guns pressed against my back right at my heart, snapping their handcuffs. So, shall I talk more about Dale Anderson, Myron Farr, Scott Swearingen, his ties to Hamilton County courts, and the goddamn heroin and human trafficking? Shouldn't be that goddamn difficult to trace the fucking paper trail. If I could do it, surely to God the dumbasses with badges making the big money can. No offense. But if you sit and call me a liar over what I'm able to fucking point out, all the while you sitting there claiming your fucking paychecks and vacations with the pals and such, oh well. So you all go right ahead and leapfrog in your career on my goddamn spine. Nothing new there. That's why they taught you not to narc on people in DARE. No, the DARE program was designed to help law enforcement officials live a more lavish lifestyle than their salaries would afford, so that they could establish street protection and street sales, among a few other things. That's one of the main reasons the goddamn program was defunded in 2014. Oh well. Can somebody read me the date on this form? "2014, it looks like to me. Jesus Christ was my witness that day. All in a hard day's work. Woe is me. Enter Bonnie, stage right to spank me for making Debbie cry again. It tickles me. And that's how I learned to survive drug-free. Except when the pain got so bad I wanted to saw my legs off. Just like, let Mrs. Deborah Wood lie about it, if she remembers she does love her Ativan. Man, after Dr. Goldman got a hold of me those few times, my neck hurts so goddamn bad I want to ram my head through the wall. So you can ask Mrs. Wood and Mrs. Werline about Dr. Goldman and her sacral adjustments. And now read this article about a woman ending up in ICU because of them. I told Debbie, You need to quit going to the goddamn chiropractor if you want to be around people and feel better because you're, being social and normal. There are plenty of other activities other than this sick shit. Not to mention, the Goldmans never verbally tell you, and I never saw it in any of their paperwork either. The neurologist, Debbie's spine's a lot more fucked up than mine is. The neurologist, Mrs. Wood, you seeking chiropractic care with your spinal condition can paralyze you. The Goldmans will help me. So you keep acting like I'm the fucking idiot, that I don't have a goddamn clue. I had to go to Debbie with that neurology appointment, not Donald, not Tammy, not Bonnie. And I told her. Well, I think I asked her. I said, do you want me to go in with you? It would probably be helpful. You know how these dumbasses around here are. He prescribed baclofen, which probably would help her. But she was afraid to try it. He told her, quit going to the chiropractor, they're causing more harm than good. She refused to believe it. Let me tell you about Rita Goldman's sacral adjustments. That's what I believe, Russell. Which you're entitled to the point it might paralyze you. So don't sit and bitch at me for what I believe. We're asking you to leave. Yes, my mother who put her mouth on my penis when I was my mother who put her mouth on my penis more than once when I was a child, among every fucking thing else, gets to say what's what in a court of law. Go for it. Let's see, so Kim Razor, Cameron Blau, whatever judge up here signed off on it, because they didn't understand Tourette's syndrome, an ADA protected disability. You can ask anybody. There was some stranger that looked like an employee that approached me at Mercy Claremont. Involuntary curses just started coming out. Oh, well, sorry, you're crazy. Take these pills that won't work for your condition and make you want to kill yourself. Thanks again. Oh, well. We all have our goddamn crosses to bear, especially with a bunch of fucking rapey judges, don't we? And another cup of tea is what I shall be having. They consider my behavior self-harm. Their severe tics made worse. That's why I went off the Reglan years ago as an anti-nausea medication, an antiemetic. Because it was making the nystagmus in my left eye worse, and it was making the tics worse, which it's known to do. That's back when Zofran finally went a little bit more mainstream instead of only being covered for cancer patients. But even with good insurance, they would only cover 48 Zofran a month. And let's face it, with my brain injury, I've always been nauseated. Always, always, always. It's nothing new. All those parental notes from Dan Scythers and to Randy Harris, what were they? Extreme nausea and vomiting all the time from the brain injury and from being poisoned. And guess what? With Susan Grayson, Peggy Crum, Vicki Denton Sapp, and Randy Harris, and whatever Mrs. Maynard's name was, in the office at the middle school, I tried to report it. Tried, starting with Charlotte Wentz, clean up to everybody. My parents got a pat on the back for poisoning me, among other things, from Patrick Boggs' family, only for him to continually, I feel, stalk and harass me. What is the goddamn point of you coming along with Santa Claus to our fucking Christmas parties? Can't I have one fucking area that you're not in? I mean, I'm not your fucking wife. I'm not your fucking son. You might be related to my mother's side of the family, but I sure as hell don't claim him. Not after that shit he pulled in 2015 in the kitchen. And because they're law enforcement officials and judicial officers, they're allowed to get away with it. Well, how goddamn convenient. But before they do, I'm gonna fucking tell the whole goddamn world. Then I just felt something rubbing my crotch again. I have to grab my crotch and rip it away. I don't find it appropriate being touched in my genital area, especially by people who have sexually assaulted me. So let me tell you why I burst my temporal arteries, because of a bunch of fucking handsy perverts who claim my body was theirs and not mine. Hooray, thank you. Oh well. So, because I just had to go through that with my crotch being felt for no goddamn reason, it caused me to have a flashback, a panic attack, and go into a complex tic. What in the fuck don't you sick pieces of shit understand? Hooray, oh well. I was raped by those assholes who then signed off on it, who then want me to perform in their court yet again? I don't think so. So when I burst my goddamn temporal arteries, because of their fucking stupidity, don't sit and cry about it pretending you're the fucking victim. It's not self-harm. If anything, it's me punishing myself for telling my goddamn story. So if you all want to claim this is this and that is that, let me tell you more about Shakely Uniservice. Denise, whatever the African-American co-worker's name is. I saw the text message. My friend's 50-year-old virgin pussy and her bipolar cousin. I'm worried about her. And then sending that sick fucking crumpet with a cherry on top home. With my cousin. I thought she told me she had been raped. I could be wrong. But, thanks a fucking lot to Ohio for trying to help cover it too. So when I say I tried to kill myself because of law enforcement failing to do their job, it's pretty fucking accurate. With Carrie Cox trying to convince me that I was blind, so the Voiers and there is no stop, drop, and roll in hell bullshit could continue. So let me tell you more about the Voiers and the drug activity they do that I know about, while on the goddamn emergency medical services squads. Why do you think Carrie Cox was trying to run away all those drug dealers? Charging people at a historic public landmark with a knife in one hand and a gun in another. All the while touting CBD as well. Oh well. No thank you. So let me tell you about Deputy Andrews and their goddamn drug sales. With her son and her friends, it's only cannabis, felony drugging people, and then dumbass Boggs giving the bitch a badge. Oh well, thanks a fucking lot. Huge thank you to Sheriff Boggs giving the people claiming it's only cannabis when there was heroin in it a badge. The same goddamn sick pieces of shit who threatened to kill us and burn our fucking house down, with Las Vegas and Davina Fiscus asking, have you ever thought about, have you ever done this, have you ever done that? So shall I burst the other goddamn temporal artery? With the Werline Brown Applegate family and their goddamn drug trade with Nancy Brown and People's Bank and their fucking cover in the Wesleyan Church, who had allowed a narcotics officer to fucking make a canine sodomize me. Hooray, oh fucking well. Good fucking God. So huge thank you to Tammy Werline Brown and her goddamn clientele, Tina fucking Applegate and Tracy and all the other goddamn perverts. So huge thank you to Mr. Boggs and his goddamn dick ending up in my goddamn fucking body. Hooray! Screw you!